just going to move all around. There it goes. Do you have yourself a 12-foot boat, V-hull, that's all corroded even though it's aluminum, and the bow of the keel has been fixed with caulk? No, I do. I have one of those. That's what we're playing with today. This is my little 12-foot V-hull boat. I think it's a Eldo Craft. I put a transom in this boat last year. When I bought this boat a few years ago, I saw that the keel was fixed with like some caulk material. I thought it was Marine Tex. It's not Marine Tex, it's caulk or something. It's rubbery and kind of sticky, and it's just a mess. It was put in there sloppy, and it even leaked a little bit still. Now the reason that's there is because this boat is corroded and there's all kinds of pinholes in the aluminum up there. So I was asking people about ideas for how to address it, and some people are talking about welding in aluminum patches and doing all that kind of stuff. This is like a $500 boat. I may sell this year if that 14-foot boat, you know, if I like it better. I don't need a 12 and a 14. And then I got the Boston Whaler over there, and then I got I don't need all these boats is what I'm saying. I want to fix this one up right, and I don't like the way that's caulked. I don't want to fix it right. I said I want to fix it. I don't want to fix it. I want to fix it better. Just better, that's all. Because if I wanted to fix it right, I'd be doing something real fancy and doing major work. I just want it to be better than it is. So I asked some people, hey, how do I get that out of there? And people had all different kinds of ideas. I tried scraping it. It doesn't scrape. I tried burning it. It kind of burns. It burns pretty good, actually. I sat there burning it for a while, melting it, scraping it, hammering away at it. And then finally somebody said, hey, wire brush on a drill. So that's what we're doing today. We're doing a wire brush on a drill. You know, and a lot of these YouTube guys have their fancy Milwaukee or DeWalt tools. I've got my one from Harbor Freight here. This is a Chicago Electric hammer drill. I bought this a bunch of years ago. I think I used it to hang that sign in the garage and the railing in the garage. And then this is an old stainless steel wire wheel that I've had forever. If you need to get anything that I'm using today, I'm going to put some Amazon links in the description, and if you're interested, you can go there. You don't have to buy the stuff. I'm just, if you want, that's all. So we're gonna, and I got safety glasses around here somewhere, so we're gonna do that. And after we're done that, I'm gonna vacuum it up. Got my vacuum sitting over here, and then gonna wipe it down with some acetone. Acetone, I know it's acetone. This stuff here. Why? It says it cleans project residue. So, you know, this is kind of like lacquer thinner or whatever. So I got some paper towels, got some acetone, so we can wipe it down. Got my rubber gloves so that my hands don't fall off. Got my screwdriver to open up my acetone. And then we're gonna fix it with JB Weld Marine Weld. These are the leftover bits that I have from whenever I put my transom on here. So it's been sitting in my garage all winter, but still feels bendy, so it should work. And of course, when you go to mix that, you need some little, you know, scraps of wood, rubber gloves, and of course, what you mix it on, the pizza box. This was a good pizza too. All right, let's get to work. Let's start doing some stuff. Oh, geez. Look, here's where they fixed a hole with screw. That's nice. So here's some of this caulk that's still left in here. See, it kind of peels up. You see this? Look. Can you see this? Here. This is what we're dealing with here. And this was all a big old patch of this caulk. And if you look down in here, you can see where some of the holes are. That's an actual hole. That's a hole. There's a couple more holes through here. So these are holes that are in the aluminum here at the bow of the boat. All right, let's do a little bit of grinding. See how this works. Safety. Let me show you how much better this looks already. Look at that. Look how shiny that is. All right, look at this now, look. There's some dust in here. This thing's looking minty. Look, it's all just silvery metal and holes. You can see little holes in it. And you can see the silvery metal. We get on the other side of the seat, same thing. Look at that underneath of there. Yeah, that's ready to go. All right, so let's get this cleaned up. Put some acetone on here and rub some JB Weld on there. Oh, man, the fumes from that. Woo! All right, the way JB Weld works is you mix it 50-50 and you just glob it on. So I can see where there's like a pinhole right here, a big one there. Boy, how many holes we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's like at least a dozen holes in here. This thing's holier than a piece of Swiss cheese. That's an obvious reference. I need something more. This thing's holier than the Vatican. I don't know. All right, here we go. Keep out of reach of children. All right, I'll do that. Big old glob of that, right? That looks good. And an equal glob of this. Just to make it gray. Now I'm just going to glob this in every one of my holes. But I'm globbing it a lot less than it was globbed on by the previous people who put caulk in here. Some of these holes are big. There's a bunch of seeds falling off the trees while I'm trying to do this. All right, let's get in here and get a good look at what I did. So you can see where the JB Weld is. I put it around some of the rivets and I tried to fill in every spot where I saw that there was some kind of pinhole. So there's that JB Weld on there. I'm thinking it's gonna work. Gotta let it dry. Then I'm gonna do a water test. And we do the water test, we're gonna see how well it holds up. I'm liking it so far. I like how it looks. And if it doesn't work, I'll probably just put some more JB Weld in there. So what would you do differently? Would you use something different to fix your little 12-foot aluminum boat with all kinds of corrosion in it? Or would you just do it just like this? You know, would you be welding panels in there, or would you just caulk it up like the last person did? I don't know, I didn't like the caulk. I like this a lot better. Let me know in the comments below what you would do if you had a project like this, or, you know, maybe you wouldn't even take on a project like this because you would just take a boat like this right to the dump.
4 to 6 days later.
The bow of the boat's filled up with water. It's completely covering my JB Weld area here. Let's take a look and see what's going on. I'm not feeling any water. It's completely dry. Under here. Nothing's wet. Nothing's even damp to the touch. Nope, we're not wet at all. And the water's up here in the top. I think we can call that a success.